welcome to another Rainbow video. This is the next episode of the Trinket Pairing series. Today's video will be mostly focused around Toons with 4 or 5 star skill check. So as you can probably tell by the Toon that I currently have equipped. So to start things off, we have the only non-main Toon with 5 star skill check, Gigi. So Gigi, as I've already mentioned, has 5 star skill check. So for her, I would recommend the magnifying glass trinket because it's super useful and decreases her skill check size by 33% in exchange for extra completion upon the successful completion of a skill check. So yellow would give you even more completion to the machine, and white would give you a bit of completion to the machine, whereas normally it would just give you none. So participation award is also very good for Gigi because she has 5 star skill check, so there's a lot of room to spare. And it also decreases skill check size in exchange for higher skill check chance, which is really useful for magnifying glass. So they work really well together, and also participation award. So yeah. Another trinket that works well with Gigi if you don't have magnifying glass, if you don't have participation award, is friendship bracelet. This also works super well because she only has 1 star stamina. So not the best for getting away from Twisteds. I would mostly only recommend friendship bracelet in public lobbies because it gives you increased stamina for the more players you have in your round. So it's mostly useful in public lobbies with more people. However, it does work in solo rounds, but it only gives you extra 5 stamina instead of its full potential of reaching up to extra 40 stamina. If you're soloing as Gigi, and she's quite a good solo team because of her ability, I would recommend probably another stamina trinket, some of which can be bought from Dandy's shop, or and I think an Astro's trinket, Star Pillow, I think it's called, also helps with stamina. So if you don't want to use friendship bracelet, or if you're solo because of whatever reason, if you're soloing for example, then I would use that. Next Toon is Louie. Now Louie also has 4 star skill check and also has decent extraction speed. So again, I would recommend the magnifying glass trinket or the participation award trinket, or both. I would recommend both work very well together. But if you're only using one, I would honestly recommend magnifying glass as it does more for the actual skill check and helps you more, in my opinion. But either one works equally well. For the second trinket, if you're only using one of the two that I just recommended, I would say an extraction trinket such as V-Mote, or if you don't have that, wrench, or also machine manual works quite well too. Machine manual and wrench can both be purchased from Dandy's shop, V-Mote of course being V's trinket. All of them work very well. I just wouldn't recommend blue bandana because it kind of counteracts magnifying glass, decreasing skill check chance, so it's not really very helpful at all. This combo also works with our next Toon, Tisha. Now again, Tisha is 4 star skill check, so magnifying glass and participation award as a trinket combo works very well with her, as with all of the Toons we're going to cover in today's video. However, of course, if you don't have participation award, you can just use magnifying glass, or if you don't have either of them, just 2 extraction trinkets would be fine. Tisha doesn't have as high extraction as Louie, having only 2 star extraction, so it is better to use 2 skill check trinkets if you have them. However, honestly, V-Mode or wrench would also work really well. If you don't have V-Mode, then yes, use wrench. But if you do, I recommend V-Mode because it's just better. Or machine manual also works very well, but V-Mode and wrench definitely work better with Tisha just because her extraction speed isn't the best. Although, if you have participation award and magnifying glass, I would definitely say use both of those as a trinket combo. This brings us quite nicely onto our next Toon, Finn. Now, Finn, like Louie, has 4 star skill check and 3 star extraction. So, because of his 4 star skill check, again, like any Toon in this video, magnifying glass and participation award are a great trinket combo here. However, because of his 3 star skill check, any trinket combo I recommended for Louie also works quite nicely with Finn. So, to recap, that is magnifying glass and V-mote, or participation award and V-mote. Or if you don't have V-mote, wrench works quite nicely as a substitute. Now, because of his 3-star extraction speed, machine manual also works very well, or relatively well, if you don't have V-mote or wrench. So magnifying glass with any of those 3 trinkets, or 4 trinkets including participation award, work very well with Finn. So a really quick recap: magnifying glass and participation award all work very well. Both work very well with all of the tunes that we have discussed in this video. And again, as with all of the trinket pairing videos in this series, this is just a guideline, or this is really just my personal opinion. So by no means do you have to follow this. Again, it is always your opinion in the end, and you do what you think suits your tune best. So, but thank you anyway for watching, and please do consider liking the video if you found this helpful.